I mean, you don't just ask a student, what is it that you do? They're like 15 years old. They don't do shit. Most 15-year-olds don't do shit yet. They're a student. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Oshi. Noko. We're here for episode 4. Last time, in episode 3, we learned that Aqua had, or rather, Hoshino Ai had a phone that had some contacts in it. Old phone. And about 10 people, 10-ish names that I wrote down. Or like, I wrote down that there were 10-ish names on the phone. Obviously, I didn't write down all their names. One of those was a director. And then Aqua decided to infiltrate and do this little acting role as a stalker, ironically. And we essentially ended off episode 3 with Aqua having gathered DNA of this director. And then he was like, haha, I'm gonna do something epic and badass next episode. And that was about it. Now, again, I mentioned this last episode, but the fact that Aqua doesn't investigate the actual murderer, the actual killer, and instead is going after these 10 people. There are so many problems with just assuming that one of those 10 people is the father, because what if he's not one of those 10 people? Personally, I think it's just a more reliable option to investigate the killer instead, but whatever. It's not up to me to dictate how this story goes. So, episode 4 of Oshinoko. Let's get right into the episode. I'm guessing Aqua's gonna do some wannabe badass, oh my god, I'm a super actor, and gonna leave it off with some really good acting or something. Something. I mean, considering they literally last episode had the what do we call her, red-haired teen actor, the girl, considering she literally was talking about how she cannot go all out with her acting because it would look weird compared to all the other shitty actors, so she actively acts slightly worse. So it's like, I don't see what exactly he's going to do here. Because like, if you act really good, then you have the exact same problem that she did. But I mean, I guess we'll see. Scene 6, cut 51. よーい、スタート。カチンコの音が強く響き、カメラが回り始める。What are they filming? Death Note? 1年の時をすべて濃縮したかのような重くて強い時間が流れる。人生そのものを問われるかのような長い一瞬。Okay. 私の名前は有馬かな。小さい頃は天才と呼ばれ、 I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I did not think we were going to go into a fucking life backstory of her. 才能なのか、世間の気まぐれか、あるいはもっと努力をするべきだったのか。どんなものでもいつか必ず飽きられる。今ではネットでオワコン子役と呼ばれている。小学生あたりでどうやら終わってしまった私だけど、地道にこの業界にしがみついて、ようやく掴んだ待望の主役級。何が何でもいい作品にしたい。I mean, if we think about some child actors, like you know, one guy immediately comes to mind is the Home Alone, that actor, right? the kid. Never really saw him in anything else other than Home Alone. The same thing kind of goes for the twin girl. You know that movie where one girl is like a tomboy or something, and the other girl is like a prim and proper rich girl, and then they switch places because they were, you know that movie. Everyone knows that movie, right? I don't remember what the name of what their name was. You know, the something, it starts with an O, I think. O something twins, Olsen twins. I don't know. Point is, like, maybe they did something afterwards, but like you never really saw them in anything big. Like, at least not really, right? So like, what happened? You could say that, you know, they had one really big movie or franchise like Home Alone, and then even if they did something after that, it probably was nowhere near as good. So now you're in this situation where people kind of already knew you, but they don't really care anymore. Like, I guess 15 minutes of fame is done. Now, of course, it's not always the same. Sometimes, you know, I'm sure if the Home Alone actor, like, started doing something else now, people would simply come and watch based off of the, I guess, infamy. The infamy that Home Alone has garnered him. You know, when you're like a child actor, maybe you have one good role or something, and then maybe you did this role when you were like, I don't know, like 5, 6 years old. You did this role very well. You played this role really well. And then people look at you and it's like, hey, that child actor did a pretty good job. I don't know. Like, unless you can like keep it going, you're kind of gonna fade from people's memory. Like, for instance, right, take Logan, that girl actor. I don't know her name, but I thought she was pretty good in Logan. And after Logan, I think I saw her in one like trailer somewhere. I don't remember what it was or what movie it was or whatnot, but I saw her in one thing. I don't remember, again, I don't remember what it was, but like, I know of her. I don't know her name, but I know of her because I saw her in Logan. And it seems like she's still doing things, and she's pretty good. You have that initial explosion of popularity because you had a big role, and then people kind of know of you, but they don't really care about you. That's something that people don't seem to understand, is that once they know of you, but they're not like too interested anyway. Just with me knowing of this girl from Logan, right? I know of her. I saw her in this movie and I thought she was pretty good in this movie, but unless she's like in 7 other movies that I've seen, it's unlikely that I'm gonna learn her name or really like care about her acting. The reason Ryan Reynolds, for instance, is one of my favorite actors is because I used to watch a show called Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place. I think that was the name. You know, I've followed his career because I think he's very funny and a great actor. But overall, oftentimes as a child actor, like if you'll have one role that people are like, hey, she was pretty good in that, and then that's kind of it. No one really cares unless it's something new. So, for instance, if that child actor showed up again somewhere in some movie that I was watching that I was liking, like another very good performance in another very good movie, then I'll be like, oh, you know, she's pretty good. And then I'll move on with my life again.
わかってるよ。これが結構なクソ作品だってわかってる。基礎もできてない演技。すでに4話まで公開済みで、視聴者のほとんどが落胆し、失敗作の烙印を押している。でも、まだ手遅れじゃない。このシーンは原作屈指の名シーン。ヒーローとストーカーの対決。愛を知らない少女が初めて誰かに守られ、涙を流す。
They keep saying, the acting is awful, right? And I'm sure it is. If I'm trying to think, if I was a like up and coming actor, would I take a job to act in a show where I know that every other actor in the show is not an actor and they don't know how to act? Would I take that job? Because like, I think it depends on whether or not I have any kind of like, if I'm known at all, you know, like, do I have previous experience? Do I have already maybe some fans or not? If I had any kind of pull as an actor, I would probably not take that job, because shit like that will, let's just say, in my opinion, taking the job will fuck up your career much more than not taking that job. Because there are loads of like kind of smaller time actors who have their entire careers just destroyed because they were a part of just a bad movie or a bad show or something like that. I mean, especially if you're the main character as well. If you're the main character in a bad show or a movie, unless you are very popular and you have a lot of other movies under your belt where you have done a great job and it was a great experience and movie, unless you have that, your career might very well die if the only thing you've been a part of is a bad movie. Let's be honest, you know, like, unless you are like some sort of expert on acting, most normal people who just watch the movie, like, they watch the entire movie, they don't just watch your acting. And so if they think that the entire movie was complete trash or the entire show was complete trash, then it doesn't matter if your performance was good. The entire show was shit. Companies that want to start making a movie, they're probably not looking at your acting. They look at your previous experience and, oh, you were part of that, you were the main character in that shitty movie? Oh, and that movie was shit? Oh. Well, we definitely don't want that actor now, do we?
ここで相方と呼吸を合わせてうまくフォローし、最高の演技ができれば、きっとまだ。ほっといてよ。勝手についてきて。
お前の考えそうなことだ。
呼吸を合わせて。でも
一人にさせねえよ。
God, holy shit. Oh my god, even I'm cringing.
僕たちはこんな演技で OK だと思うの？ここってもっと緊迫感があって怖くておどろおどろしいシーンじゃないの？演技ってそんなにどうでもいい？ここはもっと。
水たまりで足音がマイクに乗っちゃってます。止めますか？
いや、いいかしで感じ出てる。
この女はお前が思ってるような人間じゃない。お前みたいなチャラついた男とは絶対に相入れない。
さっきはあんまりうまくないって思ったのに、リハの時より感じが出てる。
俺には愛みたいな才能がない。視線を釘付けにするオーラがない。演技がうまいわけじゃない。だから使えるものは全部使う。カメラ、照明、役者、全部使ってでも愛みたいになってよ。お前そばで顔見るとブスだな。加工しないとこんなもんか。はあ、なんつったおめえ。
Oh, interesting. That's smart. Very smart. Actually bringing out real feelings. That's smart. However, very unrealistic. But whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
聞こえなかったか。そんな女守る価値ないって言ったんだ。
あのガキ、台本も立ち位置もアドリブ挟んで。
止めなくていい。2カメで彼を追って、照明も少し強めに。
この子は俺の大事な友達だ。
あ、いい。すごく原作っぽい。
ここは原作の名シーン。演出意図、構図、テンポ、全部に意味がある。昔から作者の気持ちを考えろって問題は得意だった。名作を正しく組めば9大点は取れる。ほら、場を作ったぞ。やりたかったんだろ。本気でやってみろよ、有馬かな。何をしたって無駄だ。このシーン、一番の見せ場はヒロインの涙。そこの一点が輝くように俺が闇を演出する。諦めて流されろや。怖く、危 非木。お前なんて誰にも必要とされてない。身の程わきまえて生きろよ。夢見てんじゃねえよ。この先もろくなことはない。お前の人生は真っ暗闇だ。仕上げだ。有馬かながうまく泣いてくれれば。
それでも光はあるから。
そういや、得意技だったな。悪い。拳当たったよな。力っちまって。謝らなくていいよ。わざと当たりに行っただけだから。やっぱ演技は感情乗ってなんぼだよな。いい芝居だったよ。
Well, it seems like they're going towards the more in a way the scientific aspect of movie making, especially making it seem like he doesn't have the super talent for acting necessarily, but he is very smart. He has the talent for the scene, the more director aspect of things. And he knew that obviously this other guy obviously doesn't know how to act, but you can bring out some better acting if you can get them into the mood, into the scene itself. So, basically going up to him, whispering some fucking insults in his ear, kind of gets him into the mood, right? Because that's, in many ways, the most hardest part of acting. Not that I'm an actor or an expert on this, but I would imagine, like, putting yourself into the scene temporarily, kind of forgetting your embarrassment and forgetting the fact that you're on camera and actually feeling the feelings, even though they're fake. I think, like, that's very important and very difficult to do on command. Now, overall, as I was watching the scene, regardless of the acting and whatnot, what he was doing, what Aqua was doing, just looking at the scene, it seems like a shit show regardless. I'm not talking about Oshi here, I'm talking about the show that they are filming. Overall, it seems kind of shit anyway, so I don't think even good acting would fix that.
たく、あの若い子めちゃくちゃしてくれちゃって。演出プランいろいろいじらなきゃダメですよ、これ。
まあ
Exactly. Like, there's no real problem to this, because everyone knew the acting was shit anyway, and it's already getting 1 out of 5 stars on reviews and stuff like that. Might as well just go out with a bang, right? If the fucking final scene, or at least one scene in the final episode, is decently acted compared to the rest of the show, it's like, so what, The show itself already stinks anyway, might as well.
子役が多い現場とかじゃその場で脚本書き直しながらやるものだし、若い子相手にしてるんだから織り込み済みだって。いいシーンになりそうで、かなちゃんも嬉しいだろうね。
おはようございます。って寝るならベッドで寝てください。腰悪くしますよ。今日はマのドラマ見てるんで、終わりそうになったら声かけてください。
What's this now?
更新日に見てるんで
A
す。
manga artist or
二人は
something?
見てないの？最初だけちょっと2話までは一応リタイアしてるね。無理に見なくていいんじゃないですか？先生がボロボロになりながら書いた作品、
Ah.
安価にしたようなドラマにして、私悔しくて見れないですよ。
Yeah. It'd be what it do.
もう完結済みで伸びが期待できない漫画のメディア化。何かしら動きがあるだけでもありがたい。こっちが文句言える立場じゃない。メディア化経験のある漫画家はみんな言うよ。過度な期待は絶対するなって。どの漫画家も最初はああだったらいい、こうなったら嬉しいって妄想して笑顔だけど。
Well, in this case, that's kind of the thing, right? Your manga is getting adapted into a live action. So yeah, if you get an anime, I'm sure it would be pretty decent. Maybe. But yeah, if you're getting adapted into a live action, then probably you're fucked. So
終わる頃には悲しい顔をしてる。メディア化ってそういうものなんだけどさ。それでも光はあるから。先生？私はドラマ化受けてよかったって思えた。みんな最終回だけでも見て。これ今日もだよ。
視聴者の多くはすでにリタイアし、コアな原作ファンや
Yep.
役者のファンのみが視聴。
this is actually what I thought was going to happen. Now this, what you see here, this is not what's going to happen. Okay, this does not work like this. Okay, but the one before that one, like. The final episode manages to bring out the charm of the manga. Why weren't they able to make it like that from the start? Now, this is what I was thinking during that when they were filming that final scene. Like, if the final scene, well, maybe not final scene, but that one scene in the final episode is that good, the question becomes like, why didn't you just do it why didn't you do that from the beginning? If you were able to do this, why didn't you act like that from the beginning? That's what I was thinking. I didn't say it at the time, but that's what I was thinking. Now,
ファンや役者のファンのみが
this though, the last episode was good. Maybe I'll buy the manga. That's not how that works. Unless you're like Attack on Titan level, people don't just be like, oh, this was good, I'll buy it. This is not how it works. Unless you are a very big fan of whatever this show is, there's no way you think, oh, that last episode was pretty good, I'm gonna buy the manga. You have to be seriously invested to go and read the manga. I'm sorry, like, there have been shows like anime that I've watched, like shows like, I think it was like Batum and No Game No Life, you know, things that have completely just ended on before they even got halfway through the entire story. And yeah, there is the manga, but like, I'm not gonna go read it. The reason I didn't read the Attack on Titan manga was because, well, I don't read manga much anyway, but also I think the anime is just infinitely better than anything manga could do. I don't know about you guys, but like, this is not how it works for me.
今日アマの最終回は大きくバズることも話題になることもなく、狭い界隈でひっそりと熱烈な称賛を受けた。
ちなみにあんた彼女とかいるの？
It doesn't
ない
matter.
からスキャンダルもクソもない。
そう。
Huh? Okay, it's fine. This is fine. Don't worry. This is fine because we can just interpret this as she just asked him if he has a girlfriend because she's obviously interested. Pedophilia, by the way. Pedophilia. But I don't like the fact that they talked about scandals just before this because they make it seem like, oh, you can't have a girlfriend because you're an actor. Yeah, you can. I don't want them to make it seem like actors have the exact same idiotic expectation of not having a significant other. That is only an idol thing. Only an idol thing. Pretty much every actor, as well as voice actor, has a significant other. Like, legitimately. A lot of them are married. Most of them probably are married. Almost all of them probably have a significant other. Actors don't have any problems with having a significant other. I'm sorry to say, but actors don't have to deal with this idol thing. So, like, don't even try to put that in there.
撮影お疲れ様でした。お、先生。この作品は有馬さんの演技に支えられていたと思います。ありがとうございました。最終回は特にもっと早くあの感じが出てたらとは思いますが。
いやいや、
Sounds about right.
最終回評判だったよ。
And then there's this guy. What was his name? I wrote it down, I think. Kaburagi.
それは達成できたのかな。
この P のタバコの吸い殻を検査に出した結果、僕とは赤の他人だということが分かって、ある意味安心はした。が、
君、イチゴプロの子だっけ？
Well,
どことなく
I could have told you this.
愛くんと似た顔つきしてるよね。
そうですか。
ああ、彼女の顔は間近でよく見ていたからね。間違いないよ。
間近でですか。愛とどういう関係だったんですか。
ファッション雑誌のモデルの仲介で一緒に仕事してね。それ以来仕事を振るだけじゃなくていろいろお世話してあげたよ。いい営業先紹介したり、事務所に内緒で男の子と会う時とか、いいお店を教えてあげたり。
誰と会ってたか知ってますか。
Ah.
いい営業先紹介したり、事務所に内緒で男の子と会う時とか。
When she was meeting up with a guy unbeknownst to her agency and so on. Surprise, surprise, it could have been someone outside of the idol business, of the entertainment industry. Industry, yes.
君、もしかして愛くんのファン？個人のゴシップにも興味がある？
あります。
そうだね。教えてあげてもいいけど、ここは交換条件といこう。君の顔は愛くんに似ていて美しい。恋愛リアリティショーに興味はある？
A what now? A reality dating show?
入学おめでとうアクア。あとルビー、ここ養東高校は他の高校と比べて授業日程は融通が利くけど、普通に赤点取ったり出席日数足りなかったら留年するし。
God, I hope they don't turn this into some high school bullshit.
あの子は俳優、あの二人は最大手アイドルグループの子。あそこの胸がでかい子はグラビアモデル、あれは声優と配信者、ファッションモデルに歌手、ベンチに座ってるのは歌舞伎役者と女優。みんな芸能人。ここは日本で一番見られる側の人間が多い高校でもあるわ。歓迎するわよ後輩。芸能界へようこそ。ここは養成所でも撮影所でもなくて普通の学校なんだから。
If it's a regular school, like she says, why are there so many entertainers here? There would, based off of logic, there would be more normal people than there would be actors and entertainers, because actors and entertainers probably already make money, so they would either not go to school, or they would be spending a lot of time doing their entertaining business, and they probably wouldn't have as good grades as just normal people would. So it's kind of weird, right? Why are there so many entertainers here if it's just a normal school?
右見たら美人、左見たらイケメン。地元の中学校とは明らかに別物。とはいえ、ママの遺伝子を受け継いでる私も顔では負けてないわけで。飲まれてなるものか。すごいコール。お、すいません、じろじろ見てもうて。めっちゃ美人おるやん思って。やっぱり芸能家ってすごいわ。
Yeah, I guess it is like a performance art department thing that makes the school very popular with entertainers.
ことぶきみなみ。あ、グラドルやってるんだ。目の前でググるのは非人道的やない。じゃん、やめて。リアル関西弁初めて聞いた。大阪の人？あ、いや、生まれも育ちも神奈川。喋り方はなんていうか、ノリ？関西弁だった？っていう感じで友達になったみなみちゃん。
どういう感じだよ。
どうも。
ま、友達。
Actually, this whole scene, this scene here, this first interaction, this is amazingly well done. You might be thinking, like, what am I talking about? It's just a normal scene. Except, it's insanely well done. It feels like it's a normal conversation. I can see this conversation happening in real life.
いや別に友達作りにこの学校入ったわけじゃないし。
これできなかったやつだ。ごめんね、辛いこと聞いて。もう教室での話しなくていいから。
話し合い
What was her name, actually?
みなみちゃん、アクアとも友達になってあげて。ええですよ。
友達をお裾分けすんな。俺はいいから自分の心
And
配を
did
し
he
ろ。
say something about how guys don't become friends immediately? Boys don't consider each other friends right off the bat. That's kind of not true. This is true when you don't really talk to anyone. But once you've kind of talked to someone, to some other guys, had a couple of laughs, then you're pretty much friends instantly.
俺はいいから自分の心配をしろ。特殊な環境だし、勝手も違うだろう。血を
友達になってあげて。
勝手も違うだろう。
そうなんですよね。周りもプロだと思うと結構緊張しちゃうっていうか。そんな必要ないわよ。ここは養成所でも撮影所でもなくて普通の学校なんだから、普通にしてればいいのよ。いたの、すごい人。それではこの後教材などの物品購入がありますので。すみません、今日番宣で朝の生放送あって入学式くらいは出たかったんですけど。
Okay, that's one hell of a idiotic excuse. If I'm going to a quote unquote normal school, right? This is not what I would say when I have to give an excuse of why I had to why I missed some of the class, why I was late. Especially in a class full of other like entertainers who are not as good as you. Okay.
知らないフリルがいたんだよ。月9のドラマで大ヒット、歌って踊れて演技もできるマルチタレント。美少女といえばほとんどの人がまず思い浮かべる知らないフリル。
興味ない。俺の最推しは今も昔も愛だけだし。
そりゃ私もそうだけど、それはそれ、これはこれ。あ、ほら、あそこに実物。あー、遠目でも可愛い。
マジでただのファンじゃん。クラスメートだろ。こんにちは、白縫さん。俺の妹があんたと同じクラスなんだ。仲良くしてやってくれ。
ちょっとお兄ちゃん。あなた知ってる、京アマに出てた人？
よく知ってるな。そんな話題にもならなかったのに。
この前現場で話題になってて見た。よかった。
ありがとう。
二人とも知らぬいフリルに認知されてる。あなたはごめんなさい、何をしてる方ですか？私はその。
What do you mean, what is it that you do? It's like, I don't really see, nor do I really believe the fact that everyone in this school is some sort of entertainer. If it's a normal school that anyone can apply into, there's no way that you're like, what is it that you do again? I'm a student? I don't have a job. I'm a student. I'm going to school at the moment? Like a normal person? Like, what do you mean, what is it that you do? You know, like, I just don't buy the fact that everyone in the school is some sort of entertainer. Maybe if you told me that, hey, this is like a school for entertainers, for entertaining arts, or whatever the fuck it was, performance arts, I would have bought that. I mean, you don't just ask a student, what is it that you do? They're like 15 years old. They don't do shit. Most 15-year-olds don't do shit yet. They're a student. You know, it's just weird. It's just hard for me to believe. I don't know. Again, it's like...
頑張って。早く私をアイドルにしてよ。せかさないで。アイドルグループ作ります。はい、オーディションってわけにもいかないの。でもこのままじゃ。あの子、特に仕事ないらしいよ。
一般人じゃん。
そうそう可愛い子なんて見つからないんだから。意欲のある子は大手のオーディションにあらかた持っていかれちゃうし。芸能科に寿みなみちゃんっていう胸バカでかくて可愛い子がいるんだけど。よその事務所の子でしょ。ダメ。フリーの子ならまだしも事務所間の揉め事はごめんよ。
フリーならいるじゃん。
ん？
フリーランスで名前が売れてる割に仕事がなくて顔が可愛い子。
I hope that's not gonna happen. The reason I'm hoping she's not gonna join this idol group is because there is a massive, and I mean a massive, difference between being an idol and being an actor. Two completely different skill sets. Just because you can act doesn't mean you can sing, doesn't mean you can dance. Completely different skill sets. Considering how serious she is about her acting and her acting career, there's no fucking way she would say yes to this. Logically. If this girl can become an idol and learn to dance and sing, Aqua can do it as well. And I think making them like brother and sister, like duo, on the stage, that would appeal to males and females, right? It doesn't have to be a girl group. And I think that would be a completely unique new thing to do. And it would be hella popular, at least if you do it correctly. We don't really know yet. I feel like this Frill girl is gonna become important somehow, but that's about it. That was episode 4 of Oshinoko, and I hope you enjoyed, because, I mean, honestly, surprisingly, I like this episode. I didn't write much down, except for the fact that we learned that Kaburagi, that director, obviously isn't the father, which I could have told you this. We met Minami and Frill. We also learned that Hoshino Ai met with someone outside of Strawberry Productions, which means it wasn't someone inside Strawberry Productions, which is more information. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in episode 5 of Oshinoko. I shall see you later.